10 paranormal events the government doesn't want you to know. They say the truth is stranger than fiction. But what if the truth is something we were never meant to see? Across the world, governments have buried files, silenced witnesses, and erased stories that could shatter everything we thought we knew about reality. UFOs in the skies, ghostly encounters in government facilities, secret experiments that cross the line between science and horror. Tonight, we're opening the vault. These are the 10 paranormal events the government doesn't want you to know. But beware, once you hear them, you'll never look at the world the same way again. The Roswell Incident, 1947. New Mexico, USA. It began with a crash. A strange metallic object fell near Roswell, New Mexico, sparking headlines about a flying saucer. Locals reported strange debris, lightweight metals that couldn't bend or burn. Witnesses swore they saw small humanoid bodies carried away under tight military escort. The U.S. government? They rushed in, locked down the area, and within 24 hours changed their story. Suddenly, the flying saucer became nothing more than a weather balloon. Case closed. But decades later, declassified documents hinted otherwise. Air Force officials admitted to Project Mogul, a secret balloon project. Yet whistleblowers claimed it was just another cover-up. Some even alleged that the wreckage and bodies were taken to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base for testing. To this day, Roswell remains ground zero for conspiracy theories. If it was just a balloon, why the secrecy? Why silence the witnesses? Unless, of course, it wasn't a balloon at all. The Rendlesham Forest UFO, 1980. United Kingdom. In December 1980, U.S. Air Force personnel stationed in Suffolk, England, reported strange lights descending into Rendlesham Forest. Several officers investigated and claimed to encounter a glowing metallic craft. One even recorded strange symbols on its hull, before it vanished into the trees. For 3 nights, military personnel witnessed beams of light piercing the forest floor. Radiation levels spiked at the landing site. Yet when official reports surfaced, the Ministry of Defense dismissed it all as a misinterpretation of a lighthouse. A lighthouse? That explanation crumbles under testimony from trained officers, multiple recordings, and physical evidence. The British Roswell, as it's called, was brushed aside. But what was really in those woods? The Philadelphia Experiment, 1943. United States Navy. A ship that disappeared and reappeared. That's the story of the USS Eldridge. In 1943, witnesses claimed the U.S. Navy was testing a cloaking device in Philadelphia Harbor. They said the ship shimmered, vanished in a flash of light, and reappeared miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. Some crew members allegedly fused into the ship's metal hull, screaming in agony. Others vanished, never seen again. The Navy? They deny it ever happened. They say it's all myth. Yet rumors persist of Project Rainbow, a secret attempt to bend space and time using electromagnetic fields. If true, the Philadelphia experiment wasn't just a test. It was a doorway into forces mankind should never have tampered with. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, 1959. Ural Mountains, Russia. 9 hikers set out into the snowy Ural Mountains. None returned alive. When searchers found their camp, the tents were ripped open from the inside. The hikers' bodies were scattered across the snow, some with crushed ribs and fractured skulls. One was missing her tongue. Radiation was detected on their clothing. The Soviet government quickly sealed the case. Official reports blamed an unknown natural force. Witnesses later recalled seeing strange glowing lights in the sky the night the hikers died. For decades, theories have swirled, from secret weapons testing, to UFO encounters, to something far darker lurking in the mountains. The files remained classified for years. Even today, the truth lies buried under ice, snow, and silence. Project Blue Book, 1952-1969. United States. When UFO sightings exploded in the 1950s, the U.S. Air Force launched Project Blue Book, a top-secret investigation into more than 12,000 cases. Officially, they concluded that 95% of sightings could be explained away as stars, planes, or weather. But the other 5%? Unidentified, unknown, unexplained. One of the lead scientists, Dr. J. Allen Hynek, later admitted the government's goal wasn't to find the truth, but to debunk the phenomenon. Witnesses were discredited, files were hidden, and the most compelling cases vanished into classified archives. When Blue Book shut down, officials declared UFOs pose no threat to national security. But if that were true, why keep investigating under names we still don't know? The KGB's mysterious mummy, Soviet Union. In the late 1960s, rumors emerged of a secret KGB project. Archaeologists uncovered what appeared to be a mummified body, not human, but humanoid. Its elongated skull, sharp teeth, and preserved tissue sparked terror among those who examined it. Supposedly, footage exists showing Soviet scientists performing an autopsy under dim lights. The film was said to have leaked in the 1990s, only to vanish again. Skeptics call it a hoax. Believers insist it was real, and that the creature was not of this earth. If true, this mummy could rewrite human history, which is exactly why it disappeared. The Montauk Project, 1980s. New York, USA. On Long Island, whispers tell of experiments stranger than fiction. The Montauk Project, conducted at Camp Hero, allegedly tested mind control, time travel, and interdimensional contact. Survivors, or perhaps victims, claim they were abducted, experimented on, and forced into psychic warfare. One even alleged they accidentally opened a portal, and something came through. The government denies everything, but declassified CIA files later confirmed MK Ultra mind control experiments. So is Montauk really that far-fetched? And if experiments at Montauk were real, what else came crawling out of those portals? The Ghosts of Chernobyl, 1986. Pripyat, Ukraine. When the Chernobyl reactor exploded, thousands fled. But those who returned years later, scientists, soldiers, workers, began reporting something chilling. Shadows moving through the ruins. Figures standing in doorways that dissolved into mist. A creature, jet black with glowing red eyes, said to be seen flying above the power plant before the meltdown, earning the name the Blackbird of Chernobyl. The Soviet government dismissed it as superstition. Yet photographs and testimonies continue to surface, showing figures where no one should be. Was it radiation-induced hallucinations? Or something drawn to catastrophe itself? The Tunguska event, 1908. Siberia, Russia. A blast flattened 800 square miles of forest. Trees bent outward in a perfect circle, as if something massive exploded above the earth. No crater was found. No meteorite fragments. Witnesses described a fireball in the sky, followed by a shockwave that shattered windows hundreds of miles away. The Russian government had offered explanations, a comet, an asteroid, but no definitive proof was ever recovered. Some theorists whisper it was something else, a crashed UFO or even a failed experiment with technology beyond human comprehension. The Tunguska event remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the last century. Area 51, the ongoing mystery. Nevada, USA. We end where secrecy still thrives. Area 51. Officially, it's a testing ground for advanced aircraft. Unofficially, it's the world's most famous hub for extraterrestrial conspiracies. Witnesses claim to have seen flying discs, alien bodies, and reverse-engineered technology hidden within underground hangars. The government denied Area 51 even existed, until 2013 when they quietly acknowledged it, but only as an aircraft test site. To this day, its perimeter is guarded with deadly force. Trespassers are warned, you may not come back. If there's truly nothing to hide, why all the secrecy? Otro? Lower voice, eerie tone. From vanished ships to glowing skies, from haunted ruins to creatures erased from history, one truth becomes clear. Governments don't cover up fairy tales. They cover up threats. The question is, threats to who? To us? Or to the control they hold over the world we think we know? And so I ask you, which of these events do you believe is real? Or more frightening still, which ones are still happening today? Because somewhere hidden in classified files and darkened rooms, the truth is waiting.